morning. I'm at my office now eating breakfast. I want to share with you guys what I got to eat. So there's this place called Surdix, if you ever heard of it. It's like a restaurant, a liquor store, and like a little cafe. It's really nice. So I went in there. I don't go in there often, but it's really cool. So what I got for breakfast today, do not judge me, but I have a ham and cheese Pop-Tart. I have a lemon blueberry muffin. And then I have a caramel latte I have a vanilla latte with caramel, with cinnamon and cream. Yum. It's not sweet, but it's flavorful. This muffin is actually really good. Delicious. I'm just breaking it up into pieces. So I was supposed to have some appointments today, but almost half of them already canceled because it's Saturday, and I get it sometimes, but still, like, for the people who called me, you did your due diligence. For the people who didn't, I got to eat a muffin. So good. My name is Simona Reese. I do lifestyle content. Lifestyle. So good. But right now we're eating breakfast. Surdix is supposed to be like more of a healthier option if you're gonna eat. Like, it gives Erewhon vibes. I need water. Look how blue is this blueberry. It's so blue. You want some? So good. And it's moist. It's not like all dry. It's actually like really, see that? It's like a really moist muffin. Hi, my day is going very well. I hope you're having a good morning. This is my third stream this morning. This morning we started off with our skincare, and then my second stream I did today was my makeup routine for office makeup. So this is my office makeup, and then this is my third stream eating breakfast. So it's like finding little moments to still be, you know, a person, if you will. I was supposed to be in meetings. This is a ham and cheese Pop-Tart. Forgive me about the ham part, okay? But I'm hungry. Mm-hmm. This is what I wear to the office. Hello, Fiji. This was so smart. I like this better than just like a traditional croissant. Okay. This is my outfit of the day for work. I have these. These are actually like my company sweatpants, so I would never just wear sweatpants to work. But then I have my Coach sneakers that I wear. I don't know if y'all can see them for real, but yeah. These are my Coach sneakers. I like anything with the letter C on it, so I have my little sneakers, white socks, these sweats. I'm losing weight, so it's hard to keep it on. And then I have this All in Motion Zet half zip and whatnot. This is my gold rope chain. This is a ring I got from this store called Arlo. And I got some like gold pearl earrings and stuff. But yeah. What is that one doing for real? I burnt myself. Oh well. That's why, because I'm still nothing but a child, so I even told them that makeup's good. You can't even tell that I spilled anything liquid on my face. Not even playing. Oh, my camera's blurry. Y'all should have been said something. Oh, hold on. I don't think that did nothing. Next time, say something. Is that better? Because it's just, I don't have a light on in my office. I got natural lighting because it's a rainy day outside. I am from the United States. I'm full. Save some for later. So, right now, because literally the first 3 hours of my workday just got canceled. Like, literally. So now what I'm about to do is I'm gonna just work on a lot of paperwork. I brought my laptop with me, my personal laptop. I never use my work computer for anything personal. Like, even if I'm searching for Amazon stuff, I leave. So I don't understand. But anyways, so I brought my laptop with me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post up where you guys are is a lazy Susan. That move back and forth. So I'm gonna put my laptop here, and I'm gonna pull up Hunter x Hunter, and I'm gonna watch anime while I do my paperwork files, because right now I literally do not have another client until 2 p.m. and it's 10:47 a.m. and I'm the only person here who's working Saturday. And that's okay. I don't mind working Saturdays. It's really nice. Ooh, you guys want a story time real quick? I could give you a story time about why it's important to enforce your boundaries. Tell me yes. If I say yes, I'll tell you a story time. It's tea. Real cute. I got a couple of them. I got a few of them. Yeah. Tell me if you want. Oh, I'm feeling wonderful, you guys. I've seen a few of you guys ask me. I feel wonderful. I feel good. I feel blessed. I feel blessed. Today is a blessing. We all got up today. The fact that we can even type, stream, read, drive, eat. Someone said something about a toilet earlier, but even if you have a toilet, some people ain't got that. You gotta be grateful. Grateful, thankful, happy, humble, and highly appreciative for all the abundance in whatever capacity exists within your life, because I guarantee you, you have it better than somebody else, and you would not want to trade places with anyone else at all for anything. You wouldn't want to trade, yeah, anything, because you are right where you are supposed to be. So gratitude, attitude. So how do I feel? Very, very happy. It's kind of cool because I'm a mom. Hold on, I'm gonna make myself a little taller. Boop, boop, come on, chair. All right. So I'm a mom, and what does that mean? So I co-parent, and our child is 6 years old. So it's really interesting as the kid gets older how much you don't have to talk anymore, and I'm enjoying that. So today I got to like drop my daughter off at her dad's. This is not the story time, by the way, but it's a different story time. So I dropped my daughter off at her dad's, and then we already had like this whole conversation about like plans, deadlines, da, da, da. So when I get there, he's just like, so what's the expectations? I'm like, sir, we have already reviewed this. You try to make some final adjustments, and you know what I did? I just stayed silent. Usually I have a lot of feedback, like, you know what we, no. I literally was just like, okay, you guys have fun, bye. It's like, wait, what's the review? I'm like, what review? He's just like, so from this date to that date, I was like, I'll be back on this day. Whoa, that's not what we talked about. I'm like, whoa. Let's use our brains. What dates are those days? Oh. And he closed the door. I was like, he told me a few weeks ago, he said, I think you like hear my voice. I think you like arguing. Today, that's what that felt like. I felt like he was trying to find a reason. Find a reason to have a battle. I'm like, not doing that. I'm going to work. Co-parenting, depending if both people, co-parenting is something else, where I tell you. It's cool when you get along, but you still can't get along too well, because you gotta remember with co-parenting. So it's like, I'm friendly, but I'm not friendly, you know, like, hey bud, none of that, hey, no, it's just like, hey, expectations, here's a kid, all those things. Oh wow, that person has to go. And but yeah, so that's what happened. But I'm gonna show y'all something. Y'all wanna see this? This is real cute. Look at this. Look at this. It's an orchid. And I'm very proud of myself because she's been with me now for 3 weeks. And she's still going. 3 weeks and she's still thriving. Okay, so let's talk about this plant, because there's tea behind this plant. So I'm gonna leave it here. So I met this guy, and you guys heard this story before if you've been around, but I'm gonna give you fine details so I give you a wraparound. So I met this guy a while back, and I was just minding my business, taking a little walk or whatever. I think this is so cute. Let's zoom in. Okay, here we go. So I met this guy. We were taking a little walk, or I was taking a walk, minding my business, and I was at the end of my walk, and then all of a sudden I looked to the side, and there was this person next to me, walking next to me, who I did not know. we were talking. I took my headphone off. I was like, listening. You're like, I'm like, I'm listening. And da 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 da. Okay, can I have your number? I'll take yours. Took their number. Cool. Right? Moving forward. So then I actually forgot this person actually existed until I got bored when I was at home. It was like a long weekend. It was like a holiday weekend. So I was just like, it was the holiday. I met them before the holiday, like before the weekend even started. So then that happened next. So then I talked to them a few times here and there on the phone because I'm a talker. Like if you can hold a conversation with me, you got me, right? Because I like brain. I like connection. I like to talk things through, not necessarily talk about us, but like life topics, space, plants, bugs, future, history, science, like excavations, animals. Like I like talking. Like you know what I mean? I just like to talk. So it's like if you can talk to me, then like you're my person. So you know, people try to play it cool, like, oh, I don't need to talk to you on the phone, just text me, or you should be sitting on the phone with people, but I'm a talker. So if you can talk to me, then you're my person. So they seem like they can handle conversations. They were but also too, when I'm talking to people, I can kind of gauge their level of interest depending on how deep they give or how much they give to the conversation. Are you just commenting on my comments? Or are you engaging? Are you pulling things? Are you sharing? You know what I mean? I need to see if you're bringing something, sharing. No tables, but like I need to, whatever you get what I'm saying? Do you have substance? Can we, adding, exactly, adding and engaging. Everybody doesn't do that. And if you're listening and watching, you'll pay attention to who's really listening and watching you and figuring out their intentions. So over time, I started to gauge his intentions. And this man tried to invite himself over to my house 3 times. You know how many times he got invited? 0. Because I don't play that. People don't come to my house. You're not coming to my house. And God sent me a dream to like not allow you in my house. So no. Now this flower. So then they want to spend time with me. You're like, can I get a hug? And I was like, I'm not really big on it, but also too, I'm a different type of woman because I have like a body work background. I'm very comfortable and sound with my body, so I really just pay attention to how you would carry yourself around me. Are you a touchy-feely person? Because rather than saying don't touch me, I'll literally just remove myself because it's just like you should read the room. So if I'm seeing how you try to physically be around me, like your stance, all those things in between, you know what I mean? Just like how do you represent yourself when you're next to me and all those things. So then he wanted to see me, so I was like, oh, we can go for a walk because that's how I met you. Let's go for a walk because that's what I do. Like I like walking. It's the easiest workout in the world. So then when I was taking my walk with him, we went to one of my favorite spots, walked halfway, then we turned around. He was just like, okay, is there a Starbucks or something around here? I was like, oh yeah, there's a Caribou right here. Cute. So we walked to Caribou. He was like, he needs to go to the restroom. He went to the restroom. Cool. I went to go stand next to the flowers. Okay? I went to go stand next to the flowers. I wasn't even looking at this flower, to be real with you. I was looking at like the baby bushes. But because I felt like he was wasting my time, I wanted to waste his time. So when we were standing over there, when I was standing over there, I was waiting for him to come back from the restroom. Cool. He's like, oh, these are so pretty. I was like, I know, they're so gorgeous. He's like, you want one? I was like, I do. Now, mind you, we're like all the way over here looking at flowers. And he's like, which one you want? I said, I walked around and I was like, I want that one. This one was on the very top shelf and it was the biggest one. And I just wanted it because I wanted it. So I got this flower. So I think he thought this was special. Mind you, where I work at, I buy myself flowers like every week. I'm actually known for buying myself flowers all the time. Like my office always smells like honey and stuff like that. Like everyone loves coming by because they know I got plants. Like I got several plants in my window. Like I'll show you. I got another plant. Like I keeps plants. You feel me? Like This is cute, but I keep plants, all right? So I'm saying not to say like that was cute, but not enough. So then next thing happened, we got back. He got me a little drinky drink too. This is not the drink that I'm smelling that day. And then that was the last time I actually saw him. The following day, I called him because I'm one of those people. I'm gonna call you. I won't just assume that you disappeared. I'll call you to make sure you're not disappeared. And if you want to disappear, you can disappear. But I just like to do my due diligence. I don't like ghosting people because I think that's immature. Just use your big words, right? So I used to ghost people, so I just grew up. And so I called him. He was like, he tried to invite himself to my house because I was like, oh, I'm just home, relaxing, chilling on my balcony. And then he was just like, oh, that sounds so cool. Can I come over and chill with you? And I was just like, I'm not really big about having company at my house. I'm gonna be honest, but we can totally go out and do something. And then he was like, this is the last time I heard from him. He said, yeah, sure. I'm gonna go home and change clothes and then we can go do something. Click. Excuse me. Hey. I ain't trying to pull your leg down. What? I was like, oh my gosh. I cracked up laughing. But I was like, well, at least I got a flower out of it. Oh my gosh. I thought that was hilarious. And that's what I'm talking about, like, as far as, like, honoring your boundaries. Because, like, one, that's weird. Why do you always, like, I think it's so weird when men try to invite you over to your house. Like, why are you trying to come to my home? That's scary. Nah, I can't say that. I'm actually redoing my lips. Well, that was just a story time about the flowers. And if you were online with me yesterday, I told y'all I got some massage therapy story times. Oh, I got a perfect one. So this is perfect for like if you got started in your career or you just want to know what types of things that go on. See, I knew I wasn't crazy. This comment right here, but that one right there. Why would you ever want to? Why do you want to come to her house? I just feel like that screams I'm a bum. Just what you want to do over here? Pay my bills? Because if I ask you to do that, then it's like, oh, you're. But you come over here to be here means I have to be a keeper to a degree. I have to, like, you know, if you have company, the right thing to do if you have company is to like host, right? I'm not hosting men I don't know. I'm not hosting men, period. When my own, I have an older brother too, so it's not like I don't have relationships. This is my office store. But yeah, so I have an older brother too, so it's like I have like the sense, you know what I mean? So it's like even when he comes to my house, I host him kinda. Hey, I'm hungry. Okay, what are you ordering us to eat? Big brother? Like the fuck? No. So like to have like a random man in my house is crazy. It's such a bad sign because it's just oh let me tell you the tea part. So then good morning. So then the other part that was tea and the dream that God gave me. God will give you discernment, y'all. So I asked this man, so how old are you? He was like, I'm 33, blah blah blah. You're like, okay, cool. So then I was like, okay. He said something one time. He said something to the degree like freedom. Freedom. And I'm not laughing at anyone's circumstances, but he started talking about freedom. Freedom is only used in certain circumstances, like war, slavery, prison, like freedom. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, I gotta take advantage of, you know, feeling free and da da da. I was like, oh, okay. And he kind of like brushed over it, but then I picked it up and I was just like, hey, you kind of said something about like freedom. I'm just curious. What does that mean? You know, that's kind of interesting. He's like, yeah, because, you know, I was in prison for X amount of years. I was like, oh. And I got silent because I'm just like, are they going to, like, you don't need to hear me say it for what? Like, just say it because you know that's the next question. So then I was just like, okay, all right. How long ago? And I didn't get an exact time frame of how long ago, but he gave me a time frame of how long. So when he told me how long, it was almost a decade. So then it was just like, but you this age, and he was in there for this much. So then like, were you young and got old? Or were you old and got older? Like, I was really trying to figure it out. I was trying to figure it out. So then, never really got that accurate information, but then he told me, he told me, dude, it's the same person. It's the same person. It's not a different person. This is the same person. I just be minding my business. See, I don't do dating apps. I'm like, God will send them. God will send the person from me, right? So then I just be minding my own business. I'm like, oh, maybe this is the person. Because I don't make the best choices sometimes. Maybe God just sends someone that I would never pick. There's a reason why I didn't pick that person. So I think the devil sent that man. Let me tell you why. So then when I asked him when, like the why, the why was burglary and kidnapping. Now, the first half still got me. But I was like, explain. Like, how we get here? Explain. But once he said the second half, you were never coming to my house. You're never coming to my house. So when he disappeared on me, I was not surprised. So then after that night where he told me the things, literally God sent me a dream of this person coming to my house, and literally in my dream I was saying like, how did you find me? And he was like, don't worry about it. I'm like, what? No, I'm worried about it. So then like the next morning I was like, okay, I hear you, God. I refuse to tell that man where I live because he gives pop-up vibes. And it's Saturday, y'all, so I'm just chilling, passing the time by, because like I said, it's 11 o'clock and I have no appointments until 2 p.m. So I'm taking my lunch break right now, so that way when I dive into work, I'm just doing work, and then when I'm done, I'm out of here. So I'm just spending this next hour with you guys, doing the story times and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's how you're gonna get kicked out of here, because this is not that type of place, not that type of woman. I don't do those types of things. I do skincare, makeup, and motherhood. Mind, body, and mommy. If it's not mind, body, and mommy, take it somewhere else. Take it to the next one. I promise you there's someone throwing it in a circle for you. It's just not here. Thank you. I've had my locks for 3 years now. These are my bebes. I love them. I had them. I used to have so many different hairstyles. I've had long blonde wigs. I've had long orange lace front wigs, all sorts of stuff. I've done braids. I've done twists. I've done bobs. I've done afro. Like, I've done everything. Locks is like the final mission. So we here now. Khadijah. Now she talking about unless she talking about Queen Latifah, I don't know who Khadijah is. Hi from Germany. I'll say hi from the United States because that's where I'm at in the US. Kinda. Yes and no, but I am. But I am. Hi from the USA. I'm from the USA too. Have you ever heard like that Brazilian funk? That's just playing in my head over and over and over and over. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hold on, I gotta. I'm still at work. Even though I'm on my lunch break, I'd like to check my email still. There we go. Sometimes the tilts mess with the way my face look like. I don't like that. I be wearing like my locks in the same hairstyles every day. Oh my gosh, you guys, I didn't tell you. Guess what happened? This morning, I looked at my subscriber count. We're at 390 subscribers. Pats on back. Pats on back. Why? Because if you don't know, if you're new here, I decided to take my YouTube channel seriously starting, oh, thank you. I started to take my YouTube channel seriously starting in April 1st, which I think is so funny because you know April 1st is April Fool's Day. So I don't know, something about that just felt really cool. And when I did, I just started posting lives every day. And again, like I said, I'm a licensed esthetician and I'm a former massage educator or massage instructor and esthetician, massage instructor, and massage therapist. So I've been in the beauty industry for over 10 years. And currently my job now is enrolling students into beauty programs and like recruitment and all those types of things. So when it comes to that, it makes me very, very happy. So I like to take part of that and add it towards my lives. So, pardon. So when I did start taking my channel seriously, that's what I was doing. I would get up every morning and I would live stream my skincare routines. And at some point, I started to doubt myself here, period. I was like, what? So then I started posting like a few times a day. I would do like my skincare routine in the morning, and then I'll do my makeup routine in the evening, and then I might post a couple shorts. So, and like to me, this is just my growth journey, and I'm sure people have way different ones, but to see my channel go, I had 43 subscribers for a couple years because I would just like make stuff, and I would be so focused on how everything looked aesthetically that I just wasn't even posting as frequently. So once I stopped caring about the aesthetics of it all, I was like, let me just go live because then I don't have to edit, right? I'll just live it, make cute little like thumbnails,
I'm still working on thumbnails, but like my thumbnails have improved a lot since like my actual videos I would edit versus the videos that I do now live streaming. And so, and those ones perform way better. So when I started at 43 subscribers, that was like my zero, because it's not like 43 subscribers that I was nurturing, right? These are just 43 subscribers that I gained over time. So then when I started posting more, within the first 3 weeks, I gained 190 subscribers, and that was so big for me, because to even reach 100 subscribers, that felt impossible. Like I really was looking on YouTube, looking up videos about like how to get your first 100 subscribers, and getting discouraged because people say that like your first 100 subscribers are like the hardest ones to acquire. They're like, oh, once you get 100, 100 is harder than getting 1,000, and all those things. So I'm not there yet, but this is my journey, and it's June now. And it's been over 2 months, and now we're at 390 subscribers. And I'm really proud of myself, because it's like something I always wanted to do when I was like a teenager. And like now that I'm a mom, and my daughter, she's really like drawn to like, Ryan's World and Callie's Playhouse and stuff like that. And she really wants to do stuff like that. She wants to play with those kids, she wants to meet those kids, but I just don't like to put my daughter on camera like that. Like there's sometimes where she'll be in my videos, like when I'm making videos, that's fine because I can edit it, but like she's my baby, and I just want to keep her safe and protected, and I just don't want to expose her to the world in that way. So like by me doing this too, it's gonna allow me one day to be able to do some of those things that she wants to do right now, but later on. So I'm doing it for us. And then also too, I have sisters who we all each like made YouTube channels when we were younger, and some of us took it seriously, some of us didn't, but one of us weren't able to complete it because she had passed on since. So it's just like, to me, my YouTube channel, it's a fun project. It's a fun project. It's a cool challenge to myself for like showing up for myself. And this is like a great like visual diary of how many times can I show up for myself, how long can I truly be consistent. And I just, it's for me, but if I'm, for me to be more consistent, but also for you, because I'm actually teaching you real life skills that I went to school for, that help me make money, as well as just improve my quality of life as a woman and as a person. So like literally, I just want to be around peaceful people and talk to peaceful people, and all the little things in between. And then to answer your question about beauty school, it really depends on which program you're most interested in. Like school is, my school is pretty, it's an investment. It's prestige education, it's higher education. Beauty school can cost anywhere between like 10,000 to 30,000, depending on what you're trying to do, and sometimes upwards of 50,000 if you're trying to do multiple programs. Like it's it's like it's really an investment. So every day we're up in here basically selling cars, not cars, but you know what I mean. Like these programs that we have here are truly our investments that we are working on, and beauty is a business. It's fun, it's creative, but it is a business, and it's a business that should be taken seriously. And it's a lifelong career. A lot of times people feel like beauty is like this alternative thing, but when's the last time you were able to go without getting your hair done or getting your hair cut or some type of routine maintenance? You can skip it for so long, but at some point you're going to need a hairstylist, someone to cut your hair, trim your beard, shave your head, whatever. Like you're, this is a field that is truly a lifetime career. So beauty is, yeah. I'm doing good. No complaints. I'm a happy camper. I'm very blessed. Jesus loves me. He loves y'all too. You know, all the things. It's 11 a.m. Let's see. That's a great question. So the last group of students who took like their final exams, everyone in the class passed. Now, when it comes to graduation, our school's a little different because you graduate individually. You do not graduate in a class. So it's a clock hour program. So when you decide to sign up for, like in my state, to be a cosmetologist, you need to do 1,550 hours to be able to even complete exams. So it's not so much about the graduation rate, it's more or less, do they complete their exams after they graduate? That's something different. So going to school for your education versus applying for your license. Once you complete education, you're here for the paperwork to go to the state to apply for a license, right? And that's when you're able to work. Now, if you do not follow through with completing those steps, you went to school for no reason. Just because you have the skill set now does not mean you're legally able to work. You do have to apply for an operator's license. And we have had students in the past, and this is not all, but there are some who they come here to fill their time. And how can you say, like we had students recently who they did like osteology or something. These are just examples. I can't tell you one in specific, but they come in, do the program years ago, but right before their license expires, because you have like 2 to 3 years depending on which program, you're like, oh, I gotta do my license renewal. So then now they're like on top of everything, trying to make sure stuff doesn't expire. But overall, from what I've seen in like my experience in the field, most students who graduate have a job lined up when they're leaving. They're either already working in the spa salons at the front desk, learning the logistics of the business, or they are actively interviewing with companies, letting them know that they're in school. Most businesses will hire you while you're in school because they have this expectation that you're not like you're current, right? Versus someone who's probably like, oh, I used to massage years ago and I just want to get back into the swing of things. More than likely, the student will get that job before the senior practitioner. You get what I mean? Because they're more in it. They're currently doing it. The student is actively learning the industry standards. They're more hungry than that person who's trying to get back into the swing of things. I hope that answers your question. So we're actually doing way better not way better, but we're ahead this year than we were last year. So we're actually exceeding benchmarks, and we made some historical stats this year, which is really awesome with my team of 4. So yeah, go us. Really good questions, you guys. I love this. I love answering questions about beauty. Tell me, I know about cosmetology, I know about osteology, which is skincare, and I also know about AP aesthetics, which is advanced skincare, as well as massage therapy and all the things in between. So let me know what your questions are. Like, yeah, ooh, Q&A. Here we go. We're gonna name this the Q&A. Q&A. Oh, I can't label it now that the live started, but yeah, get y'all questions on. Ask me. Ask me. I'm happy to help. I'm gonna go back to doing a little bit of work. My food was so good.
me not able to write this gum. Depends. To be honest, no, you're not supposed to have relationships with the students outside of school. But what I tell them is, if you're not returning and you're a graduate, I will love to support you as being one of your future clients. So then I'll exchange and I'll let them have my phone number. Once you graduate, you have to graduate though to get my number. If you don't graduate, you do not get my number, because who you associate with matters. I don't want people who complete things talking to me. So that's really cool. So like the closest thing to that, I would say, so I work at the biggest beauty school in the country. It's really awesome. So there's a lot of things that are very unique here, that where those kind of numbers that you're asking about, they exist, but at the same time they don't. So then we have a lot of events here at our school, like industry days or like mock interview days and stuff like that, where we have previous alumni and local businesses who come in to interview and meet with our students specifically. There's great expectations on our graduates. So when I tell you our industry days are full and jam-packed, that is like supply and demand. We have the supply and the demand is you know? Well, that's super dope. I like how you're thinking. For me, because I personally have other personal goals that standing out or to be highlighted, or I don't know how to describe it. I don't desire to be the star, if that makes sense. In that aspect, I like when my whole team shines. I like when we're all feeling good. I don't like feeling like, oh, I did more, you did more. It's just like when we thrive, it's like everyone's having a good time. So the kind of goals I have look like the amount. Ultimately, it's just about getting students in the class. That's the main goal. There's different benchmarks that help support that, but overall, the main goal is to get people to class. A lot of times, the hardest thing is to speak up for yourself, saying that I want more education, I want to do more with my life. And when that person finally does show up, it's my job to hold their hand to a point, because this is adult education, right? So what I mean by that is, a lot of times people do not have a support system, but I can only support you to a point. Meaning, like, I can't be too impersonal, right? There's a level of professionalism that has to exist. So, but if I see like there's a person in front of me who needs a little more guidance, or I put hard deadlines, you know, we gotta be on that person. Sometimes if the horse is at the water, you can't make them drink it, but you can splash it in their face. Like, it's right here. It's right here. Come here. Like, I feel like Mama Bear. Like, does that make sense? So then, I just want to make sure that most of the time people sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. I get it. I got you. I get it. I got you. You ever have that feeling like you just know you're gonna be successful regardless of what happens? Regardless of what happens? That's me. So like when it comes to even my career currently, love it. But I know I'm gonna be successful regardless of whatever I do because of the fact that I went to school and I have my education to fall back on as far as like my skill sets, the things I've acquired. Like I said, I'm a former massage educator. I used to work in the spas and salons as a massage therapist, as an esthetician. Now I work here doing the enrollments, but also too, I had a whole other background as far as customer service for over 15 years. So there's a lot of different moving parts. I've completed real estate school. Like there's a lot of things that me individually where I just know I'm gonna be successful. Like even sitting here on live, like I'm constantly working on something to make sure like only I can contribute to my joy. Everything else is extra. Everything else is bonus. Like everything else is bonus. This is bonus. This is awesome. But it's also not the only thing, you know? Literally, like I had so many last minute huge life adjustments. Like, I have moved every single year of my life until I was 26. Every single year until I was 26. It wasn't until I had my daughter that I didn't know you can actually stay at one place for more than a couple years. I just didn't know any different. And it wasn't due to instability, but also it was just, you know, a life circumstance. So when it comes to that and always having to start over and always having to adjust and to reintroduce myself, if you will, whether if it was up north, down south, east coast, that's the reason why I gauged your question like that. It's like, yeah, cool, but I also don't care to, like, because it's like, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Oh, baby, I'm 30. I'm 30. I'm 30 years old. I am a woman. my frontal lobe is here, which means I cannot make stupid choices no more. 30 and flirty, baby. 30 and flirty. I have so much fun working where I work too, because the girls give me life. Like yesterday I was walking around, they're like, you have no business looking that good. I said, oh girl, I do it for you. I do it for you. I'm gonna do these counts. Ooh, do you guys really want to learn about beauty school? Because we can go through the whole process of what exactly a conversation looks like. I'm full now. What I ate for breakfast was my lunch. I'm done for the day. But if you want, we can go through a whole entire everything. If you really want to know what does beauty school entail, what would you need to know to learn to become a cosmetologist or an esthetician or even a massage therapist or advanced practice esthetician, I got you. All the information right here. Just say yes and we can review it right now. I'll do it just for you. And that way you can go look in your own state as well. I don't feel guilty because ultimately these are all life lessons that each individual has to learn. And it's not rooted in me being right or feeling like you know better, but this is just my personal faith. God knows what he's doing, and it's none of my business to interfere with how he's going to reveal himself in that individual's life. And if I try to interject to save them, I'm disturbing the plan that he has mapped out for that person. So if they're removing themselves from in front of me, it's not my job to hunt you down. But when you're in front of me, it's my job to support you and answer every question I possibly can to make sure that you're making a clear decision, right, if you want to stay or go. You know? So that's why I don't feel guilty. Because college, you're trained to want to go that route. You're literally, a lot of people go to college first because they feel like that's the right thing to do. I did that. And then people figure that for some people, college, that setting, that way of learning, the environment, it nurtures them. And then for some people, it does the opposite. So then they seek out beauty school as a second or an alternative, right? But beauty school is still education. It's a skill, a professional skill at that. And when you're signing up for this program, we more than likely we did not reach out to you first. So it's like if we didn't reach out to you, you reached out to us. We answered your questions. You wanted to be here with us. We will support you if you want to be here with us so that way you can get through your program. But the moment that you're like, this is not what I want, it's not our job or obligation to convince you to stay. You get what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If I feel like a student will not be successful when it comes to enrolling, there's ways of guiding a conversation to get that clarity. I would encourage that student to look at other beauty schools, not because I don't want them to go to school here with us, but at that point of a conversation, if I feel like we're not getting anywhere, or I feel like they're not going to necessarily be successful, that's when I ask them, like, hey, have you looked at other beauty schools closer to home or with, or da 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 da, you know? I think it's always best for you to look at every option before you make your final option and to figure out if there's something there that might pique your interest that we may not have here. You know, and a lot of times when they're not confident, they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go do it," and you're like, "Okay, cool," and I probably won't hear from them again. But I basically gave them the out. All right. So let's talk about it. Cosmetology. Technically, this is working. So cosmetology, where I live, this is a 1,550-hour program. Okay. So in cosmetology, it will take you 52 weeks to complete the program. 1 full year with perfect attendance. How you start is how you'll finish that program. What does that mean? That means if you're already missing days here, you'll miss days in your field of work. When it comes to beauty, being on time and being reliable is so much more important because you're dealing with people in their personal lives directly. Most of the times when people are booking with you, there's a special engagement that is coming up or this was a gift. You will have routine clients. Usually you have great expectations to always have good communication with them if they're your routine clients, but they're more forgiving than a new client. So it's really important once you start a program that you start the way you want to finish. So with that being said, in your program for us, there's 5 phases. Phase 1, you're being introduced to cuts and styles, right? That looks like just getting to know your mannequin heads. You'll receive 4 mannequin heads. You'll get a long blonde, a curly coily, a fine straight, and a masculine one. So within the long blonde, that gets cut shorter over time and manipulated with color. That's how you practice doing and mixing and making color. And then the fine straight is very fine. So you'll do volumizing techniques, different buns and updos. And then when you get to the curly coily mannequin, you'll do flat twists, bantu knots, box braids. Like there's a lot of different variations and styles. And as recently as this week or this month, we in Minnesota, we are now the 3rd state that is mandated to teach all hair textures by law in beauty school, which is phenomenal. Our school was already doing that, as we already included the curly coily mannequin head, but now it is required of all the other beauty schools. So there's that. When you get to phase 2, that's when you're introduced to color. Each phase is 10 weeks long. 5 is 10 weeks each, brings you to 50 weeks total, but there's a 2-week buffer within there to make sure you graduate on time. Okay, so keep reviewing. So once you reach phase 2, you will get, there's 3 fingers, 2. Once you get to phase 2, that is when you'll have clients, actual clients. After 10 weeks, you'll take an exam where you'll have a model come into the school, and it'll be like your best friend, your brother, and they will receive a haircut or service based off the educator's requirements. That is your exam. If you're able to pass that exam, meaning doing that haircut successfully or following the protocol as needed, you're able to move into phase 2, and you're allowed to take and allowed to be booked clients within your skill set. So then what that means is, like, if you're only learned styles and cuts, very introductory, you're not doing balayages when you get to the cutting floor, once you get to phase 2. Now you're getting introduced to color when you're in phase 2 and clients. Now what does that look like when you move forward? That looks like color corrections. So with our school, we have a technical color line, which is very awesome, meaning they're mixing and making color from scratch here. They use a base pigment that's neutral, and then they'll add in different gradients of color to make the exact hue and shade for that client's needs. So it's a technical skill that you're able to take with you regardless if you choose to work with our brand or other brands in the future, which is amazing. So rather than using like box dye and developer, you really only have one option of what the outcome can be. But when you have the ability to use a full color spectrum, you're beauty and brains. You're doing chemistry, girls or guys. And then also too, once you reach to phase 3 in your program, you'll be introduced to perms, relaxers, and acrylic nails. So being a cosmetologist, you receive 2 licenses. You'll be licensed in haircut and color, as well as skincare. You're a licensed esthetician as well when you complete the cosmetology program. So that means you'll be able to do lash extensions, lash and brow tinting, as well as makeup and full body wax wheelhouse once you complete the cosmetology program, which means you have a lot of options to lean on over the years. You don't have to do the same thing for the rest of your life, which is why I did beauty school twice, because even though I love massage, I needed more so that way when I get further along in my career, I can have variation of options. Rather, if I want to do body work or real estate or help people, everything that I do in my life reflects like who I am. So then as you get through the program, and this is me and you talking, this is not how we will get it down in the meeting. We're touching on the things, but also I'm incorporating a little bit about me within this, okay? So then once you get into phase 4, that's when you're really going to be focusing on all the aesthetics portions in your program. So what does that look like? That looks like you're gonna have 60 facials, 40 waxes, 20 40 makeup applications, 20 facial waxes, 20 body waxes, and then also you'll have 1 lash quota and 1 nail quota. With nail quotas and lash quotas, those means the amount of services that you have to complete. Quotas are the amount of services you need to complete before you exit your program. Okay, so what does that look like? So when you're in school, you're here for hours, but you're also here to do services. Even if you complete all your services, you have to complete all your hours. Even if you complete all your hours, you still must complete all of your services before you exit your program. Now, phase 5 is when you're going to take your state board exams. State board exams look like a 3-day event.
Day 1, you're getting tested out on every cosmetology protocol. Day 2, you will be tested out on all the aesthetiology protocols or aesthetics. And then day 3 is a day you'll book to take an exam at an off-site location approved by the state. And that's when you're like doing like your exam. And that's when like you're in a room with the cameras, the people, like it's not led by our school, it's by the state to make sure you don't cheat and stuff. So once you complete all those steps, you will apply to the Board of Cosmetology and you'll turn in the paperwork that you earned by completing the program here at our school, along with your exam results from your physical exam, along with your board exam results from those physical skill sets that you are doing here. You'll take all 3 together and send it to the board of your state, and the state will send back a card stock licensure, and that is only good for a set amount of years. And every so many years you have to have a certain level of certain amount of hours of continuing education to keep your license current, along with renewal fees. And that is how you will become a cosmetologist or a licensed esthetician. Aesthetiology has 3 phases. Massage therapy in our state of Minnesota is a certificate, and you will apply for individual licenses from city to city. Okay, that's how that works as far as being in the program. And some of the things that you'll learn in cosmetology, you'll learn plant aromatology, you'll learn makeup, you'll also learn chemistry, you'll learn skincare, anatomy and physiology, hair coloring, shampooing, conditioning, money by quantity, meaning loan repayment, inventory and budgeting, nail care, personal and career development. That looks like goal setting, time management, job requirements, employee benefits and wages, those types of things. Hair cutting, that includes like scissors, razors, clippers, blades, and permanent restructuring, meaning like perms, relaxers, and those types of things, along with chemical relaxers and state rules and laws. One of the main things that you're going to beauty school for, whether if it's with us, Aveda, or a different institution, you're trying to turn your hobby into a career. You're not even trying, you're doing. Safety, sanitation, laws, and rules. Those are the differences between a person who's practicing for a career versus a person who's doing it for a hobby. More than likely, the person who's doing it as a hobby is not concerned about laws and rules. Safety and sanitation is thrown out the window, and that means like pulling rubber bands with your mouth and your teeth, you know, picking a comb up off the floor, allowing products to sit on top of each other, build up like that. Those types of things you would automatically fail if you were in school, but we find it acceptable at home or with our friends and family. So that is the main difference between you just doing it for the love or you doing it for the brag, if you will. Okay, next. Also too, I'm really upset that I couldn't get this off because this was supposed to be in my meeting today. If you don't have a friend or family to help you, what will happen is your educator will ask other students who, a lot of times there are students in your program who have big friend groups or big family groups. So there's always ways to get extras, and also too, staff members are always happy to volunteer as tribute. So never allow that to discourage you. It is not your job to provide your own clients while you're in school. Those exam days happen about 4 or 5 times because there's 5 phases, right? So that's the only reason why, because you need to pass to the next phase. But again, it's not your obligation to bring your own clients. And we can support you if you need models or people to help you get through your program. And now, the investment in the education, right? Okay, let's talk about it. So if you're going to school for cosmetology with us, what that looks like is an investment of, I can't tell you, I showed it to you. But yeah, I just thought about this. Let me think about it. This is a career planning session. So, cosmetology costs $25,300 as of right now. And aesthetiology costs for the investment is $16,000, and massage therapy is $12,350. Now, there are 3 ways you can go about settling this balance.
okay? You can either use financial aid. Make sure whatever beauty school you're going to, it's accredited. And again, we're reviewing this not just for my school, but so that way you can have better expectations if you're going to go inquire at other beauty schools locally in your state or country or whatnot. Like, these are the great questions to ask to make sure that you can go to school, okay? So there's other beauty schools that charge more depending on what the practices are. So like our school doesn't include barbering, and then there's other schools that do. Like, there's so many different aspects to beauty where the price can be up. And the reason why I say things are like 50,000 is because if you go to school here and you're trying to add up all the programs together, it's well over 50,000. And we have students who do all 4 programs. And then let's see, for payment options for the cosmetology program, you can break that up into 10 interest-free monthly payments, or you can just pay in full. So there's 3 ways. Financial aid is money that can support you as a student. They can cover the balance of your tuition and fees, but you will have to repay back your loans 6 months after you complete a program, okay? And then same thing with monthly payments. Monthly payments mean you're not using financial aid and you're not paying in full. So if you're only doing monthly payments, you're paying $2,530 out of pocket once a month for a total of 10 months, which would bring you to the $25,300 mark when you complete your program. And then as well, you get pay in full. If you're going to use FAFSA, you will have to have a tax record, because if you're dependent, you may not need that, but they'll ask for your parents' tax information. And if you're independent, you'll need your tax information in order to qualify for FAFSA. So do not fill out a FAFSA application if you have not done your taxes. If you have done your taxes, FAFSA is a free application that you can do online. Now, a lot of times when people are inquiring about school, I would say the main thing that stops everyone from achieving higher education, it's the money. Money matters. It does. It's not the most important thing, but it matters. So what that means to me, if your main challenge is the money, always fill out FAFSA. The reason why you're going to fill out FAFSA, because it's going to tell you how much they can support you in this moment. Or I'm sure you've heard qualify, but qualify only means this is how much we can give you, and this is how much you'll pay back when you complete your program, okay? So let's say if you've never applied for higher education before, a lot of times when you fill out those FAFSA applications, you can be completely covered, meaning that full balance of $25,000 can be completely covered by financial aid. And what does that look like if you're completely covered? What that looks like is you'll get a call from me, because I'm an admissions manager. So you'll get a call from me, and I'm like, hey, Susie, Ben, Stacy, Lacey, who? Hey, I just got your aid offer in from financial aid. Cool. I'm hoping I'm catching you at a good time. And they're like, yeah, okay. So let's review. This is how much you qualified for. You qualified for X amount in grants. Grants is money you would not have to pay back. It is free money from the state for you showing up for yourself, pursuing higher education. And then 2, this is how much you qualify for in subsidized loans. Subsidized loans do not accrue interest, but you do have to repay the loans 6 months after you complete your program. So if you graduate January 1st of 2025, your first payment won't be due until June of 2025. But cosmetology is a 1-year program, so a better example will look like, if you're starting class January 1st of 2025, you'll graduate January 2026, and then your first payment wouldn't be due until June of 2026. So it gives you a good understanding of how long you have to repay those loans. And the same thing for the unsubsidized loans, except for unsubsidized loans do accrue interest. Now the interest rate, that depends on where you're going to school. And those are the questions you need to ask. And then lastly, once you go through your aid offer, you can decide if you want to accept it or not. By you filling out financial aid, it does not mean that you are saying, give me that money. You're just seeing, what can I get? What do I qualify for?
So that way, when you're looking at these schools, you can be like, okay, I can go to that school, but I owe them that much. And if I go to this school, I owe them that much. So what I always suggest is filling out the FAFSA application and include every school that you're thinking about. You can add up to 20 schools, and that way when you do like tour them or finally connect with them, they already have the results of how much you would qualify for in financial aid. And then that way you can make a more sound decision versus sitting in the room worried about the money the whole time. Having the facts about the money is more important than being worried about the money. You get me? Does that make sense? I hope you guys are learning something today. I've just been talking. I'm turn my heat down. I got hot. It was on 9. I had to turn that thing to 5. Okay. So right now we have 9-year-old for A side. Oh yeah. I do. I get my nails done tomorrow. I get a manicure. I get a pedicure. I'm gonna get red for my birthday because my birthday's on Tuesday. I'm gonna be 31, so I'm gonna do something nice and bright. So I usually do pink and clear nails. So I'm gonna do red on my toes and my nails. I'm also gonna color my hair jet black again because I have like this brown ish blackish texture, and then I'm doing it jet black because something about jet black locks just eats every time. And then what else? And then I'm going event hopping because next week is Juneteenth too, so there's a lot of events that are going on from this weekend up till next week. So me and my girlfriend, we're gonna go outside because we're both like mommies of one, and we have yet to like do like a one-on-one outside of work. Like we eat lunch and stuff together, but like we've had like little lunch dates like at restaurants and stuff, but it's like not enough. Like we need just us time without the kiddos. So we're doing that, and then I'm cleaning my house, and I want to knock out my storage. I would really like to clean my whole storage room today. That way when I get back from the nail salon tomorrow, I could just feel good knowing that I don't have to touch anything in there. But those are my plans this weekend, and to take hot girl walks because it's been 3 weeks since I've walked 10 plus miles, and I miss it. It makes me feel wonderful, and I have not been able to do it. So that's my plans this weekend. Yes. Yeah, I don't got the shorty, you know. So when I don't have my shorty, it's up. What's good? And like if you don't know, being a single mom, we don't waste our free time. If you're a mom of one, and not even call a single mom, but we don't play. I will vlog some of it. I mean, I actually have like the tripod holder and all that stuff, so I'm gonna bring you guys along with me to some of the events. I'll live stream it or I'll vlog it. I'll tell you guys. Thank you. I'm gonna vlog it. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna make a shot list.
What's your plans? What's going on? What's popping? What's stopping? Okay, there we go. No, this cannot be read only. There we go. You ever try to like edit a document, but it only says read only? You can't edit it if it says read only. I gotta do it. It's literally the one thing I have to do today, for sure, is this daggone report. Report will be done. Doing it now so I don't have to do it later. Oh my gosh, what does 100 degrees even feel like? 106? Oh, that sounds like it's gonna feel nice. It's rainy outside. That's why I'm just like, to be in the sun, to be loved. How does it feel to be one of God's favorites? Yeah, okay. So we have 4, 5, 15 enrolled. Who enrolled? Oh, this person called me. Let me call that person back. That's sick. Not the low 10th. I'm gonna mute y'all for a second because I have to make a work call. Hold on. All right. Hi. I'm like, I'm still at work. So. Sometimes I feel like the further you guys away, the better it looks. Yeah, you see that? It just looks so much better when you guys are further away. Something about distance. Something about the distance makes the heart grow fonder. I want to kind of take my locks down, but I really like my ponytail. Let me see what it looks like right now. Take your time. No, I'm gonna leave it up. Okay. Technically, this is not my lunch break, so now I'm actually about to lock in and let y'all go so I can work and watch some Hunter x Hunter. Let me know if y'all have a specific anime that y'all like watching. Put me on. I'm real, not basic, but like Inuyasha does it for me every time. So if you know something along those lines, hit my line. Okay, until next time, enjoy your day, you guys.